Hey guys, wanted to go ahead and do a re-review of the Artti T10 in the new format in 2026. So yeah, let's get right to it. I'm going to go ahead and put some notes on the screen. Please note that the notes are a little bit different from the video. All right, so I want to go ahead and talk about this IEM. This is probably my fourth video on this topic. It's because this IEM it's so strange. It sounds so different with each ear tip. It is very, very ear tip dependent. And I want to let you guys know that this entire review is going to be done with the Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips. Unfortunately, but actually fortunately, I don't have these stock ear tips anymore. But the stock ear tips on here are garbage. Like, do yourself a favor, get the stock ear tips and just go whoop. And either use Final Audio E or Kiwi Ears Flex. But I do recommend the Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips. I don't know what it is, but it just unlocks it. It's like a key. It's like, okay, now it actually sounds good. So basically with stock ear tips, this is crap. I honestly don't think it's that good. But once you add the Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips, it completely unlocks it and it sounds way, way better. Okay, so how would I describe the tuning of this IEM? Dude, I don't even fucking know. Honestly, I don't know. This is actually one of the strangest IEMs I've ever heard. Like, it's kind of bright, but also kind of warm. It's super bassy. It's like, but I don't know, like, I don't know. I don't know what this IEM is. It's a unique sort of, some folks call it L-shaped. Some folks call it like, all I know is it's a very unique sound, and I don't have many IEMs that sound like this. So let's get right to it. Let's talk bass. So in terms of bass, I'm going to give this a grade between B and A. So basically, it's in that fine line where it's just like, it's really, really freaking good and also really, really awesome. But sometimes it can be a little muddled at times. The sub bass is holy smokes. This is Beats by Dre. I mean, this is like, it ain't above crack. It's like Beats by Dre. It is like tons and tons of sub bass in this IEM the moment you put on Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips. So definitely, you know, be prepared. Be prepared. Anyway, female vocals. I'm going to go ahead and give it a ranking of A. Like, I thought it was, they're full, they sound amazing. It is slightly brighter tilted, but they sound really nice. They're deep, like it just sounds really, really great. You know, it's funny because initially I was like, it's kind of between a B and an A, but the more and more I listen to it, I'm realizing like, no, this is great. And what I want to say is, for something that's $60 or so, this is $60. Dude, I have heard IEMs that cost way more than this that don't sound as good as this. You know what I mean? So this is just an amazing IEM for the price. But not just that, it's amazing, period. It's a really good sounding IEM. I think it just sounds great. All right, let's go ahead and talk male vocals.
And how can a man be all that they say when all that I know is men run away? And I think
I'm going to say male vocals are a grade of A as well. So the funny thing is, like, they don't just sound good. They sound great. Like, at least with the Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips. Like, I noticed Justin sounded great. Chris sounded on point. And the funny thing is, when I actually wore these IEMs and I was monitoring my own voice, you know what it does to my voice? It makes me sound deeper, tougher, and slightly pitch lower. So it kind of has it makes my voice sound deeper. So it kind of checks. But for some reason, and it's weird, and it's kind of having that weird defiant factor where it doesn't negatively affect female vocals. Because female vocals still, they sound a little bit brighter, you know what I mean? But they still sound full, but, you know, they don't sound husky, you know what I mean? Whereas here, men sound huskier. Okay, let's talk Soundstage. So the soundstage on this definitely, it felt like it was really, really wide. And I think that's actually kind of cool because a lot of wide-ish kind of soundstage I usually see from like super bright IEMs or like super like bright V IEMs, but this doesn't sound bright to me, at least with the Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips. So it's kind of interesting. People say that's okay. This is where fights are going to happen. But I want to tell you something. People say drivers don't matter, but that I feel like sometimes like planner, they can do certain things that are different from other. Like you can't deny that like dynamic drivers and planners, they have a certain sound to them. You know what I mean? It's doing something. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you, next thing I want to talk about is separation. So the thing is, it's kind of interesting. So when in the track, when the music comes in and the beats come in and everything starts coming in at once, this doesn't sound muddled. It sounds cluttered, and there's a difference. See, muddled means that the music and everything, they're all kind of cluttered together and just like a mess, and you're like, ugh. It's kind of like an audio engineer went through and took the entire track, basically made it mono, and then basically did just like, just did some compression on it and then just did a de-esser and now it sounds like all this big blubbery mess. No. This sounds different. It sounds cluttered. And that's kind of not good, but it is just what it is. It means, to me, it sounds like everything is trying to grab your attention. But it's not like the Defiant, where like the Defiant was like, everything's like separated. Like this is more like, hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Hey, I'm here. Like bass is coming up front, right? Vocals are like, hey, I'm here. And then the music is like, everything's like, it just feels cluttered in terms of its separation, but it doesn't feel muddled together. You know what I mean? Is the best way I could explain it. Okay. Next, let's talk harsh instruments. So in terms of harsh instruments, I played some tracks where there was some harsh instruments going on. So it does get spicy. Basically, what I had to do was I had to drop the volume once, and then then I had to drop it twice. So I had to drop the volume twice. So I'll consider that basically it's average in terms of how it deals with harsh instruments. And then the final thing I want to talk about is vocal sibilance.
Time can be found in Season 7, Episode 6 of Seinfeld.
So vocal sibilance means that's when it comes to vocals. So I'm going to say that the sibilance on here is actually medium-ish. So basically, at lower volume, at regular volume, you're not going to get much sibilance. It's okay. But at higher volume, then it starts to get up to like around medium-high. Now, medium-high means it's just like it's inching there, but it's just, where it sounds a little slightly unpleasant, but not enough where it's a really bad time. And that's if you crank it, right? So overall, this is a really great sounding IEM. Really great vocals, really good on female and male vocals if you get these Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips. And I know I sound like an ad, but like, dude, it really is something that just unlocks this IEM and makes it sound a lot better. Someone asked me to do the re-review of this, and here it is. Definitely, if you get this IEM, get the Kiwi Ears Flex ear tips with it. It unlocks it. It sounds so good. And yeah, this is how the Artti T10 sounds to me. So yeah, you guys have a great day.